Hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing along the main quest line, hoping to get soon to the wedding. Miller Kreyzl has asked us to locate a source of saltpeter for him. It sounds like we're going to be making gunpowder. I can't imagine what else he wants saltpeter for. He told me some story about wanting to make a golem out of dough or something, but I think that's probably just a bunch of hooey. And I think he actually wants to make gunpowder, but he told us that we have to go talk to a girl who works for him. That's what we're on our way towards now. Her name was, I want to say Beth. Was that right? Let me look here. Bonnie. Sorry, wrong one. So we got to go find Bonnie, who is in the lair, which is apparently where he keeps all of his ill-gotten goods and where all of his little thieves work out from. So we're going to head over to the mill, and we're going to see if we can't find this Bonnie person and find out what we have to do in order to get our saltpeter. So I'll catch up with you guys when we get over to Bonnie. So apparently this Bonnie person is on the south side of the pond. I'm just supposed to walk across this path, and I'll eventually find this lair, and I'm supposed to pick some herbs on the way, I guess, because it makes her happy when I pick herbs. So I'll see if I can find some herbs, and we'll go find Bonnie. Here's some herbs. There we go. There's the Miller Kreyzl's place right there, if you're kind of wondering where we are. And yeah, I'll just pick these herbs as I go. If you ever play this game, by the way, one of the things that I would really highly recommend is there's a mod that allows you to increase the radius by which you pick herbs. I get it. The game is supposed to be like realistic and whatnot, and that's fun and everything for like the first 10% of the game. But then like picking herbs just becomes this tedious task where you have to go click on every single one. There's also a mod that I picked up that disables the herb picking animation, because normally in the game, every time you pick an herb, it cuts to a third-person view of Henry bending down and picking up that one single herb, and it takes forever to collect things. So get the mod that allows you to increase the gathering radius so you can pick more herbs at once, instead of just picking one at a time. See this bunch of nettles? Boom, all the nettles are picked up. It's just kind of a quality of life thing. And also get the mod that allows you to get rid of the cutscene every single time he picks an herb, just because it saves you so much time. I think I probably got enough herbs. I don't know how many she wants, but this will probably do. Let's go find this thing. This looks promising. Let's see what's going on inside here. We're gonna look a little around here. Anything to see? All right. You described the lair as a cave, so let's go check it out. Is this the lair, or is this just somebody's place? A lockpick in here. A couple of beds. This must not be it, because according to the map, yeah, I still need to go a little bit further. So let's just continue on here. Here we go. All right. So is this where I'm going to find Bonnie? Are you Bonnie? Hired hands. Oh yeah, I know you. I talked to you already.
God bless you.
And here's Bonnie. Let's see what she has to say about finding saltpeter.
I'm Henry, Miller Kreyzl's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
Ooh, the Butcher of Ramnik, the Wolf of Skalitz, the Poet, Henry. Ooh, which one do I go with? They're all really cringe.
Henry's fine.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you
Okay, whatever you want to
bring
do.
me something from the mill?
Actually, Kreyzl said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I do have some herbs. I picked them.
I've got something here.
How about 99 comfort? Oh yeah, you can have 54 of those. and you can have 85 of those, and you can have one of those, and you can have 207 of those. How does that sound?
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Kreyzl tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I think he's completely out of his mind, but for role-playing purposes,
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like. I'm mostly curious to see if Kreyzl will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Kreyzl's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
sure, let's talk.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zenek in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zenek and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the millers finally found a normal hand for once. But it's a shame I don't have my dog Sniffer no more. It was fun with him at least.
Kreyzl mentioned that he died.
Aye, from some fucking disease. He started getting these lumps all over his body. Then he stopped eating and what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
Oh, so by fucking disease, you meant, like, not like an STD. Okay. Family of blacksmiths, a family of knights, a family of thieves, from an educated family. I would say that I come from an educated family. Let's lie. Why not? These are all really easy. I'm educated.
It's not important where I come from, but where I belong. And I belong to the family of scholars. I seek out the company of clever people who have something to say. Our mission is to spread learning in this world.
You must be pretty excited about old Kreyzl's learned ramblings, then. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He's not mystical. He's an idiot. I understood what he's getting at. He wants to make gunpowder, but he's just lying about this golem. I don't know what to say. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't know what to say to that. I still don't know him all that well.
I understand. Best not to bite the hand that feeds you for no good reason. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Kreyzl said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Kreyzl needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
I mean, I do, but I doubt Henry does.
No, I don't. And Kreyzl, of course, didn't tell me shit.
Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave, the best natural saltpeter maker.
Kreyzl said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
You know, like, I wonder if in this time in Bohemia, everybody actually did talk like this. It seems like every single person I come across, every third word out of their mouths is fucking this and shit that. It's kind of weird. What if they really did that? All right, a knacker, so that's a person who picks up roadkill, or a grave digger. Probably both, right?
The local gravedigger.
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Ah, the gravedigger Ignatius. I've already met him. He lives outside Troskowitz in the direction of Apollonia, right?
Aye, that's him.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun, and pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskowitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, Henry.
All right, let's get cleaned up here if I can. Nope, don't need to wash myself. So, to visit the grave digger. So,
Stop
I have a horse over here.
You're behaving like a
Be
child.
quiet, I'm calling my horse. Where's my horse? There he is. Hey, Pepples. By the way, I did get Pepples leveled up, and now Pepples no longer gets made fun of by everybody, but everybody's like, oh, he's such a beautiful horse. Oh, that's a nice horse. Oh, I love your horse. People are fickle in this game, that's for sure. But it is time for us to go find a grave digger. So I'll ride over there and catch up with you guys when we get to the other side. All right, here we are. This is the grave diggers with the cemetery and all that. So let's go talk to him and see what we can find out.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's a pretty horse. Needs to be cleaned, but yeah, it's pretty. I like horses. Can I just go in here? Is he gonna freak out? Am I invading someone's privacy? Nope. All right. Hey, buddy.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yep, same to you, Ignatius.
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
No, I embellish? No, just...
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something
all right,
first.
so it's a fetch
I
quest.
have some collections from some Stratego farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand.
Oh yeah,
At
I
least
can
one
fly.
day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
Oh, dragging carcasses around isn't exactly a respectable job. But so be it. I'll help you with it. What else can I do?
Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
You got a fair point.
Of course. I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
Is there some place I can wait for morning to come?
Of course, if you've got nothing better to do, you can sit here with me. If you know how to read, I have a book hidden in the outhouse I got of a dead fella. That'll make the time go faster. In fact, you can keep it. All I can do is admire all them fancy squiggles in it anyway.
And where can I sleep?
At the inn in Truskowitz. Get a good breakfast there too. You'll need it to be at full strength. Here's a little something so you know I take care of my helpers. See you in the morning.
I could go for something to eat now.
Oh, all right. He gave me a little bit of money and told me to go to the outhouse and look for a book. I'm all about a free book. What do we got here? Right, that was gross. Okay. What book did I get? The Rules of Saint... Yeah, I've already read this one. All right, and apparently I need to eat. So I'll do that. I have honey. Little pro tip. You can get honey for free from all the different hives around farmers' areas. And it is an amazing source of food. I hope they don't patch this out. All right, we got the food we need. And I have to wait until morning to meet this guy, which is going to take a long time. So I'm going to go screw around for a bit. And I'll come back when it's time to go for a ride with this guy. All right, after a night in the tavern, we're headed back to see if this guy is ready to go. It's like 5 in the morning, right at sunup. I hope I picked the right time. Kind of hard to know sometimes exactly what they mean. But let's find out if he's up.
Whoa!
He's
Blessings
eating.
to you.
Was it time to go?
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this. But let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him.
Okay,
In
if
any
you say so.
case, heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us.
All right, so we get on the horse. We get on the wagon with Snorter and Dragonfly, and you're just going to hang out here. All right, I'll see you later, Pepples. Let's get on the wagon. All right, I'm ready. You coming? Now what do I do? Hello? Ah, here he comes. Hey, take your time, old man. Got nowhere to be. Waiting for the creepy old grave digger. Come on, buddy. There you go. Let's go, Mr. Ignatius. Yeah. Oh, now you get
We've
the
got a
horse.
long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your ass won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Not exactly. I'm not even from this region.
Are we?
I'm only doing some work for the miller.
I remember Kreyzl when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Sameen round these parts. Kreyzl don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that bunny of yours belong to that gang too?
Bonnie's an honest girl, and her friend Zinnek is too. Kreyzl only sent them to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties, so that's just what they've been doing. From what she told me, they had nothing else in mind.
Lower Sameen's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Kreyzl. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone.
Seems like a nice group of people, I suppose. I mean,
Lazy bones.
kind of deserves it. He is a thief. I mean, I'm a thief too, so I can't really judge him too harshly. I wonder what the historical evidence is that this game uses that the millers were like defensive and stuff. Is there some kind of...
Whoa, boys, whoa!
What if that's some kind of actual historical fact? I should look that up.
Come
Does anyone
on!
know?
Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
It looks mysterious. What treasures might be hidden there?
You'll soon see. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally. At
Really?
least we're not blocking the road too much.
All right. We're gonna go find a deer carcass. But yeah, like I was saying, I wonder what the historical evidence is for the millers being like the thieving guilds and the fences and things. I wonder if there's any actual evidence for that, because I find it curious. I can't believe that every miller was that way. Maybe there's just like one very famous miller and they decided to turn that into a thing for the game. I don't know. How do I get into this stupid... There we go. Where's the deer? Oh dear. Oh, hi, wolf. Wow, I'm a good shot. This is cool. I'm glad the wolf's paying attention. Okay, wolves are kind of dumb. Come on, do your thing. There, gotcha. Okay. Any more? Alright, so where is this deer carcass supposed to be? Did I miss it somewhere? I feel like I walked past it. This is one downside to being in a video game. Downside or good side, I guess. If I was actually here in real life, I could smell it, and that would help me figure out where it is. It says it's supposed to be here, but I'm feeling kind of stupid. I'm not seeing it. What, am I missing it here? Mr. Ignatius, where is your deer carcass? I would love to bring it to you, but I have no idea where it is. Is it up there? I feel like it should be in here somewhere. Am I just being stupid? Is this thing right in front of my eyes and I'm just not seeing it? The nettle. The wolf was eating something, but there's nothing here. What? Nettle. Alright, well, you guys are probably getting bored watching me look for this. Oh, there it is. How am I supposed to get over there? I looked through the window. Where? How are you supposed to get in there? This is not much of a... This explains why the trap didn't work. Either that or the wolves are smarter than me. How am I supposed to get in there to get the wolves? Okay. Game. I'm getting annoyed. I'm beyond annoyed now. I'm actually getting mildly angry about this. What am I missing? Am I supposed to climb through that window? This... Really? That's it?
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so that thing wasn't even the correct... Alright, well, we found it. We're going to bag it up. We're going to take it back to the wagon. That's fine. Now, the real question is, how do I get back to the wagon? Can I use the door? I go through here like that and then reach over and grab it? Is that what I'm supposed to do? No. Is there a way to open this door? Oh, there we go. All right. So that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah, that was super clear, game. Thank you. My apologies for how long that took. But I won't make you watch me walk all the way back to the wagon. We'll be back in a second. Oh, looky, looky. We have company. What is the problem here? What's happening?
I want to talk to you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm coming.
Move it.
What do you want?
What's going on, Ignatius?
I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with no thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
Two stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry.
Do I look
and
scruffy?
Those names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
I don't gotta prove shit to you, buddy.
Take a good look at me. Do I look like a thief? Or more like a commonplace, maybe just slightly grubby, hired hand? At this rate, you could blame any old peasant who's grimy after a hard day's
I
work.
don't look
I
grimy.
don't know.
But whatever.
I don't reckon I've ever seen a real thief up close.
Ask around about me and you'll find out everyone knows I can't stand a liar. I'll keep my promises and show up on time. So enough talk and let's carry on to where duty calls us.
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them two thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can
Not.
count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas.
In fact,
Maybe...
no.
Did I get this right?
All right, let's get the bag. Put the bag in the wagon. All right. I got your deer. I'm all gross now.
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on and let's go.
All right, let's go. After you, Ignatius, buddy.
Don't worry.
You coming?
That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jda with their carcasses.
You say so.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit.
Yeah?
She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly.
That means something very different where I come from, buddy. And you don't want to be doing that with horses. All right, so I got to scoop up some pigs and I got to go check a stream. All right, stop the cart.
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, let's go get some pigs. Hey, lady. You just gonna stare at me? Can't talk to you? No?
Well, I'm here like I promised. And I even have a helper here with me who'll be doing the carrying for me today.
Poor fella. Where did you dig him up?
He came to me from Lower Sameen.
So I'd better go and stand in the doorway. One eye on him, one on the chest with valuables.
This one's honest. He might even take a look to see what was troubling them pigs.
At first, I thought it was that beast of Visar's that done it, but the pigs weren't bit. So it was definitely a curse.
Totally a
Curse my
curse.
arse.
Not
From
even
what you
poison.
said, it had to be poisoning, but it's hard to say from what. But we may just find that out from Henry here. And as far as Visar is concerned, I'm headed there next. I have the stuff with me.
But make sure you take care of it, yeah? I can't bear it much longer.
You ain't the only one. It's been bothering the Nabokov folks too. That'll all be over today.
God reward you for it.
God don't reward me much, but I'll probably get something from the bailiff for hauling.
Well, I wish you and your helper lots of luck today. May God bless you.
You too. You too.
All right, so piggy wiggies. Hey, lady, I'm gonna get the pigs. Whoa, what are these? Can't pick them. All right. Well, she's got lots of stuff to pick around here. I'll have to remember this farm. All right. Okay, so the pigs. Why does the pigs have to be so far away from the cart? Why can't you bring the cart down here? Ew. That's gnarly looking.
I'd rather go back to sacks of flour.
All right, let's walk this off back. I'll load the pigs up and then we'll catch up later when we go check out what's going on with the spring. Be right back. All right, so I loaded the pigs up and got them put in the wagon, and now I'm down here by the spring trying to check this out. To see
Those
what's
pigs
going on.
came here to drink. Where to now? I can
supposed to
smell
try
something
to-
upstream.
Trying to figure out why pigs were poisoned. So Henry says he smells something upstream. Let's go check it out.
Ah, here it is. Wolves must have killed them. They didn't even eat them up. I'll go and tell Ignatius.
Huh. There's dead deer hanging out in the pond, I guess fouling the water? Alright, let's go back and tell Ignatius what we found. Let's see if he can make heads or tails out of what's going on here. Take care of this first. Alright, miss any of them? Right, good. Moving on.
Blessings to you.
And to you, buddy. Alright, Ignatius. I found the
What's next?
stream.
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I was right. I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on your own.
Give me a hand doing what? What?
Get over here.
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
Alright. You're creepy and weird and disgusting, but sure.
Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today.
What? Talking to the horses. Alright, let's get on the wagon. Go to our next stop.
So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
I guess it could be worse.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Uh-oh.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Yeah! Yeah!
So we're gonna sneak in and kill someone's dog? Seems interesting. Not sure I like the
Lazy
sound of
bones.
that, but yeah, I guess we'll give it a try. I suppose if it has to be done, it has to be done, and the guy doesn't want it to kill the dog, and if the dog's causing problems, then the dog's gotta go. But nobody wants to have to do that. We'll do our best. Poisoned hare meat, okay.
Vizar, my friend!
What do you want, Ignatius?
We were picking up some carcasses near Jdar, so I thought I'd stop by. How are you getting on?
Everyone's getting on my fucking nerves these days.
Nothing's changed then, eh?
I think I'm just supposed to do it.
There's been bandits roaming.
He's supposed to be distracting me, so I'll go see if I can find the dog. Marker's over here, so the dog must be in these in this barn. Other side of the barn, maybe?
Oh, fuck that. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
And I can find the dog. Great. So area I should be searching. Oh, cool. Alright, there's a dog over here, I guess. Let me guess, it could be like a boy who has the dog with him. And I'm gonna feel really awful about what I'm about to do. Oh, great. So there's a lady. Really?
Where'd you come from?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The gravedigger wants me to poison that dog.
Jesus! And are you going to do it?
But what else can I do? You're the one who sent me to Ignatius. You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the houses in the county.
Shit. It's all gone sour.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me to the Saltpeter pit.
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor creature. I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely know how to pick him. Your poor creature is terrorizing the whole area.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
Well, I mean, I've killed a lot of people for less reasons than that, but if you have other options, it's less work for me to do.
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were.
Yeah,
I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
All right, well, that worked out. Lies, lies, and more lies. That's my life. If I can't talk and lie my way out of a situation, then there's always good old stabby stabby. But we didn't have to do that this time. Let's go see if he's still keeping small talk up. He is not keeping up the small talk. So now I can go back to the wagon, I guess. There he is. All right, creepy gravedigger dude. Dog's taken care of.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
Well, I didn't kill him, and he's going to know about it because he's the knacker, so he's going to have to come take care of it. So I'm just going to tell him the truth.
I set the dog free. He didn't deserve to die.
For fuck's sake, didn't deserve to die? We were supposed to get rid of him, because that's just what he deserves.
Bonnie from the mill came and took the dog before we got to him.
Well, fuck me. How much more is that girl going to steal before she has enough?
Oh, she'll take better care of him than Baysar did. All he needs is to be fed properly, and he won't be dangerous anymore.
I surely fucking hope not. Because if he runs off and ravages something or someone again, then we didn't help at all. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
Well, that didn't go as well as I thought it would.
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy.
But you know
Slowly. Have a bit
feel
of
better about it.
respect.
I'll kill my dog
Death
now.
always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
I guess I was expecting it to be bigger, to be honest.
I was expecting some huge hole in the ground. This is just some hollow. 3 piles of earth and that's it.
3 huge piles, you mean to say? True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more niter you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't.
Kreyzl will send his people here. Kreyzl will draw inspiration from this. I have no idea which answer I'm supposed
The
to be
miller will
getting.
probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Yeah. Maybe not, but we'll just be...
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpeter.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see.
I don't want to taste this stuff. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, they say. This is going to be disgusting, but guess I gotta get it done.
You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Look at me. I'm a lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Boy, that was fun. To the
Good
graveyard.
to see you. What would you like?
I gotta get back to my,
If you're going back to your cottage, I'd like to take a ride with you.
Of course. But in return, you have to help me get all this lot buried. So
Yeah,
there's some
fine.
more
Why
saltpeter
not?
in the making.
I'll help you bury the guys. And back we are.
God
Hello,
bless.
excuse me. Alright. Now to get on my horse and go back to where I need to be. So I'll catch up with you guys back with Bonnie, I guess, and tell her what I found. Alright, we're back at the mill. And I think we're supposed to go talk to Kreyzl about what we found. I don't want to trade with you. I want to talk to you.
I found the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskovitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
come
a lot of
on.
fun.
You whine more than cynic.
I don't
It's
see
just
you putting this
commonplace
stuff in your
salt.
mouth.
I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia.
Oh, poor
If I send
baby.
2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
Gotta go. Oh, you would. You got
Means I could
Bohemia,
mix
making it run all over the place.
Barrel and
Jeez.
a half.
Kreyzl, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward? It's right here.
I like getting paid.
Thanks. How's it going with the golem?
Well, the whole thing is really appealing to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any golem?
Not for now.
What about all the
I'm
niter?
being...
The life essence?
I admitted to
uh,
myself it's maybe too much to take on, and I decided to go back to my
What was it they
roots.
say in this game all the time?
the
It's
search for
yanking my pizzle.
saltpeter was for nothing?
Not at all. The saltpeter will help us create primordial matter. The origin.
Primordial
Chaos. Materia prima.
God,
Prima, are you
here we go
serious?
again.
As alchemical
guy's full of
scholars,
crap.
we actually have only one task before us. To penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Only then will we understand the nature of the shadows.
Eh?
I'll explain it to you.
All right, go ahead. Explain away with your mumbo jumbo.
Tell me then, what's the next task then, Kreyzl?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
Sure.
Can you get to the point? What's this about?
Scribe Erezim received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
no, a book. And from an author more venerable than Hermes. It's thin, with a sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance, but the treasure's inside.
Ooh, the
You might say it's
treasures.
kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle, no less. I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there. Trotsky is shut tight.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed to us, mere mortals. But why try to force your way in when there's a person they'll invite in themselves?
What person?
Hold on, we'll get to that. We've got the Samine wedding coming up. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you? You still need to get there?
I do, yeah. But I don't know if I'm ready to go quite yet. I want to go do the blacksmith
Certainly.
thing.
It's why I decided to work for you. Or have you forgotten? I hope your promise still stands.
Of course it does. What do you take me for? Start getting ready. You've almost got a fine outfit, I see. But it still could be a lot better. Ad charisma tuendum. Say a prayer to St. Paul. Maybe he'll send you a few nice things from heaven.
So you'll really get me into that wedding? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. We'll have company. Or, to be more exact, the two of us will be accompanying a certain person. Me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant. Call it what you will.
All right, I can do that. Who are we? Who are
And
we
who
helping
is
out
this mysterious person?
A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push. And clunk. The lock will open. And the book will be mine.
here? Right, weak spot.
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for women.
Oh,
Of
I
all
see.
the
This is
single
gonna go
damsels
down.
at the wedding, ours will be the most charming and irresistible for him. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member. We will watch as he becomes feverish with lust. Soon he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, so she'll be more comfortable. And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal bodyguard, will accept his offer. Naturally, he'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her honor. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone with her. And that will be your chance.
All right, so our strategy is to take a prostitute to the wedding to get the Chamberlain, who's got the hots for anything that spreads them, to take her into the castle. I'm going to pretend to protect her, but instead, boy, this sounds great. You know, hey, what could go
I can
wrong?
hardly believe that you, of all people, would come up with such a straightforward plan.
Well, it's not all that straightforward. I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated. First, we have to find our gracious lady.
Oh, so we don't have...
Ah. And I'm gonna look for one, right?
Who else? Look, she doesn't have to be a lady per se. We just need a wench with a pretty face. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak. We'll do the talking.
So some bathhouse wench would do.
Aye, that should work. You can find lots of capable girls at the Zhelyaoff baths, including some who aren't so well known. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving her an offer she can't refuse.
Well, the last time I dealt with her getting your disguise washed, she was quite delightful.
You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should soften her up.
All
All
right.
right, I guess
I'll
I'll do
take
it.
care of it.
Excellent. You're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roland of yore. I have complete faith in you. And don't forget, we're going to need to dress the girl up and make her smell nice so she comes across like a real lady. So, stop off at Troskowitz as well and get her a nice brocade dress and some long-lasting perfume. Mintha would be ideal.
Where can I find the dress?
Where do you think? The butcher's? Go and see the tailor. Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop. A beautiful red dress made of Tyrolean brocade.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. And rich Tyrolean brocade is just begging to be touched. Ulrich won't know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive. But that's no obstacle for you, right?
Oh, I gotta go pay. This guy is so full of himself.
Where can I find the perfume?
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume for his wife. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe, but a nice-smelling one. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own Mintha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to manage.
I might have the recipe from Mintha, actually, so I think I can...
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready for the wedding, we'll meet in front of the fortress gate. There, I'll let our lady in on some other details of our plan. But that won't be for your ears. Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord von Berghoff then, won't you?
I can't wait.
All right, so looks like I finally have a plan for getting into the wedding, at least with the miller, but I do want to go finish up with the blacksmith before we go into the wedding, because I imagine the blacksmith's quests are going to get locked behind that, and I have to decide who I want to go with, the blacksmith or the miller. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of inclined to go with the blacksmith because he seems to be a lot more honorable, but the miller is going to get me into the castle, which I really like because I need to get in there. There's probably a lot of good stuff in there that I want to do. So I think we're going to go visit the blacksmith and see what he wants us to do before we continue on with finding a lady and getting some perfume and a dress. So the blacksmith, that's going to be next.